What's up YouTube, Capital G here, checking out the brand new official OCG Forbidden and Limited list that has just been updated and posted on the Japanese Konami Yu-Gi-Oh website. There has been so much just rampant speculation and crazy rumors online on various Yu-Gi-Oh Facebook groups about this ban list. All types of craziness like Firewall Dragon is coming back, which I have not looked at the full breakdown of this list, so maybe Firewall Dragon is back, although I think that would be absolutely ludicrous unless it got some, I don't know, some significant errata or something like that. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the new OCG ban list. I believe that this is going to go into effect, well, it says October 1 here, so October 1st would probably be my best guess. And keep in mind, I believe that our list is going to update no sooner than October, so we probably are going to see an update on our ban list within a month, so a lot of this could translate over to the TCG. All right, let's go ahead and break it down. Okay, so the first cards are almost certainly our ban cards. Looks like there are 3 ban cards. Okay, so we have Eclipse Wyvern, Guardragon, Agripane, and then Soul Charge. These are already in the TCG. I was just talking about my Soul Charge on my live stream on Saturday night, and I was asking, like, how the hell is this card still legal in the OCG? Soul Charge is literally a win button if you are playing a link spam deck. It gives you so many resources, and even though they do obviously have Max C in the OCG, I just don't feel like one card should be able to summon 5 monsters. Like, there is no reason for that unless it is like very specific to an archetype, or I guess something like Rekindling where it has to be a fire monster and it also has to be like 200 defense. Soul Charge, way too generic. It makes your turn 1 plays way too busted. Get this card out of the game. Eclipse Wyvern, this is one. In the TCG, when Eclipse Wyvern got banned, a lot of people were kind of questioning it, but I think that it's just a little too strong with the Guardragon plays. Obviously, Eclipse Wyvern is a super old card. It's not going to be a hard once per turn or anything like that. So I think that, you know, they're just taking a couple of notes from the TCG. Then we have the most important, well, actually Soul Charge is the most important, but we have we finally have a freaking Guardragon hit. I know a lot of players are going to be like, hallelujah. I really hope that this translates to the TCG. If it's not gonna be LP, get Agripane out of the game. Just hit one of those damn cards. The way that I look at the Guardragons is, you know, way back when Savage Strike wasn't even in the TCG, I would have my duels and, you know, my dual replays, and I thought that they were really interesting, seeing Red Eyes and seeing Blue Eyes be able to do like awesome things. But let's be real, I feel like everybody has Guardragon fatigue. We see these cards in like so many decks in Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything from pendulums to decks that just run a few dragons, and honestly, they're just way too easy to abuse. We don't need people summoning Hot Red Dragon Archfiend Abysses and Odd Eyes Vortex Dragons out of their extra deck for free. This card, or I guess LP, has got to go, but I'm definitely glad that Konami did something about Guardragons. It was 100% warranted. I guess dragons really do suck in the OCG now because they don't even have Red Eyes, so, you know, just keep that in mind. They don't have like Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon. Holy moly! When it comes to limits, they finally have some common sense. They limited Saryuya Skull Dread. I was also saying on my live stream that like 90% of link problems would not have happened if like Firewall Dragon, Saryuya, and Summon Sorceress would have just all been banned. This is definitely a good hit. I'm not sure why we have not had this in the TCG. I still think low-key a lot of people have kind of forgotten how powerful Saryuya is. This might have to do something, or this might have to do with the fact that they're getting dangers in the OCG. And OCG Konami probably has looked at the TCG. They've seen all the derp and shenanigans that we've been doing with Saryuya. I mean, granted, they don't have like, they don't have Cannon Soldier and stuff like that, but let's be real. There's no reason that you actually need to make 3 copies of Saryuya in a turn 1. The only time you're doing that is if you're doing some type of degenerate stuff. So I feel like one Saryuya, if you can't get your deck doing what it wants to do at that point, then that's pretty much just your fault. We see White Dragon. So I assume probably under it is going to be Guardragon. Oh no, it's not. It's actually Draco Net and Mystic Mine. Okay, these are good hits. Number one, mine is just, mine might be the most unfun card in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Seriously, who actually enjoys playing Mystic Mine? Like, I'm talking about either playing the card or playing against it. It is the epitome of unfun. Hopefully with mine actually going to 1, maybe that means that Metaverse went to like 2, or maybe Metaverse went to 3. I'm definitely behind this. This was inevitable. I mean, when you had stores banning Mystic Mine before, you know, they even touched it on the FNL list, like that should have kind of told you. Draco Net is another good hit. This card has too much power. Honestly, I kind of feel like Konami needs to go after cards like Mathematician, Draco Net, basically all of these kind of one card FTK, like full negation boards. These cards that go into IB and then you just get like a billion resources. Mathematician, just kind of put them all at one. A lot of these cards are not searchable, but yeah, right now Draco Net is way too strong of a normal summon. You don't have a hand trap. You're basically looking at your opponent just kind of winning the game off of one normal summon. Draco Net's also searchable, if that is what's it called. Wow, you know what? This is actually, I believe that this is exactly the list that somebody actually posted online. This says Zodiac Barrage and Dragonic Diagram, both at 1. If you guys don't know, because this might not look like anything abnormal for a TCG player, Dragonic Diagram and Zodiac Barrage were both banned in the OCG. So Zodiac got super slaughtered in the OCG because they lost they lost Broad Bull, Trident, and they lost Barrage. We did not lose Barrage in the TCG. Same thing with Dragonic Diagram. These are kind of like, us TCG players are like, wow, y'all don't even have Diagram. You can't even play True Draco. The deck is like not even existent, but I'm glad to see that they're getting some of their cards back. And at 1, I really don't see True Draco being playable in the OCG because they also have like 1 copy of Terraforming, so it still won't be an actual deck, but at least they're getting some cards back, so that's kind of nice. Okay, it looks like these are semi-limits. We have Elemental Hero Shadow Mist, and then we have Predaplant Ortho Scorpio. This is a really strong card. I'm not exactly sure what Brilliant Fusion is at because obviously Brilliant Fusion can be at like 2. I believe Brilliant Fusion is at 3 in the OCG. I mean, this is something that I think got hit in lieu of Brilliant Fusion in the TCG. Brilliant Fusion got hit. I honestly thought that this card was ultra powerful. Granted, it only has 1 kind of search target that is like ridiculous and makes the ceiling of your plays really high, but I kind of felt like it was warranted. But maybe Konami did something to Brilliant Fusion on this list, but looks like they're just kind of scaling it back. Maybe a lot of people aren't playing Brilliant Fusion in the OCG. Shadow Mist, Konami has a real love-hate relationship with heroes. There have been so many kind of strange hero hits, like I think Mass Change 2 at one point was hit in the OCG, so this doesn't surprise me. Not a lot of people are playing heroes right now. In the OCG, we have Lady the Bug and also Kaiju Interrupted Kaiju Slumber. This has to just, okay, so I wonder if there are any Salamangreat hits, or maybe Konami just realized that, like, as strong as Lady the Bug is and as good as the card is, Salamangreats are not beholden to this card. I mean, I know that before they would play, you know, 3 copies of Lady the Bug, but Salamangreat is just so damn consistent, especially with Signet Mining at this point, that Lady the Bug is really not the, it's not the be-all end-all that it used to be. And maybe Konami's feeling a little bit of sympathy because they pretty much hit this card exclusively. I thought eventually that Lady the Bug would go to 1 because I thought that they would print all the other Cyberse archetypes from the Yu-Gi-Oh! Reigns anime, so maybe they're just kind of scaling it back a little bit. Also, when it comes to semi-limits, whoa, this is scary. Spiral Resort, man. People, if you do not think, or if you think spirals have been like power creeps, I think you are sadly mistaken. Spirals are still incredibly strong, so Konami better be careful with these spiral cards coming back. This would be one that I kind of feel like would be very relevant in the TCG. We see Spiral's top regionals with only 1 resort, so I have no doubt that they could do it with 2 copies. Reasoning, so it's okay. Okay, that's fine. I mean, Infernoid players definitely need help. 1-for-1 has been, wow, they actually put 1-for-1 to 2, and then Draco Face-Off. I cannot remember the last time you could play more than 1 copy of 1-for-1. Probably back in like the 5Ds days or something like that. It's been a very long time. This is one of those cards where it's just been at 1. much like limiter removal for such a long time that I'm almost shocked. Granted, I don't know what would actually play more than one copy of 1-for-1. It would have to be a deck where the level 1 monster is like super uber important. Now let's go to the unlimits. Okay, so we have TG Hyper Librarian, ABC Dragon Buster, Dark Arm Dragon, and Cyberstein. Really, like Cyberstein, a lot of what I've seen has been in like Orcus combos, and a Cyberstein, it might be kind of redundant at 3 because you're only going to use the card once, and it still is a card you're not really going to search, I guess. Basically, I guess playing 3 copies would make it a little bit easier to draw into, but quite frankly, you're not going to ever resolve Cyberstein more than one time. If you use the effect the first time, it's either going to go off or it's not going to go off, and I don't really think that there's that big of a difference between 1 and 3 copies of Cyberstein, other than you hard drawing the card a little more often. Cyberstein being unbanned didn't really cause any serious problems in the game, so I think that's perfectly fine. I wonder if they did anything else. Okay, looks like the limiter removal, a card that I was talking about earlier. Necro's Cycle, I believe. Trishula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, and Solemn Strike. It's crazy. This one I didn't actually know about. I did not know that Solemn Strike was not at 3 in the OCG. Necro's Cycle has been at 1, or I believe it may have actually been at 2, but I know it was at 1 at one point. It was one of those kind of strange hits that they did in the OCG. They hit Necros different than they hit them in the TCG. Trishula, nobody plays this card anymore. Limiter removal, only played in like kind of just janky machine decks, things like Ancient Gears play it, so it's not really going to do anything. Overall, this feels like a pretty cool ban list. I mean, it kind of feels like they're addressing a lot of the stuff that could be a problem, like with Dangers being able to break Saryuya. And you know what? I just realized Black Dragon did not get hit. Wow, that is so bizarre. Actually, let me check on my time. That is so bizarre that they only hit White Dragon and not Black Dragon. But I think that they cleaned up a lot of like the trash that was in the game. I mean, seriously, everybody's sick of Guardragon. Soul Charge should have never been legal this long. And Dangers plus, you know, Saryuya is obviously going to cause some problems. Also, Mystic Mind the 1, Draco Net the 1. People are going to be happy about that. I think Mathematician is at 1 in the OCG. That's the reason why it's not at 1. But hopefully some of these definitely come, like these 3 and Aggro Pain. Hopefully this comes to the TCG. Anyways, whatever you guys think, leave it in the comment section below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.